Hi guys, welcome to the Premier League Punters. We are sponsored by 888 Sports. Every time I'm with the big man and with Flash. Welcome guys, welcome to another great show of the Premier League Punters. We are delivering the best bets in Premier League. We are already in round 10 of fixtures in the Premier League, and you can clearly see that Manchester United, Manchester City are huge favorites to win the title this year after some great performances. Hi guys, what do you think about this round of fixtures? Is it a good one?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were kind of talking before the show here. Flash was mentioning there were some games that he definitely keyed in on. I think we all have some that we're looking forward to. I think it's always a great week of Premier League. Always exciting, always interesting. So I look forward to another good week of matches, and we've had a pretty good season here at the Premier League Punters. So yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, big man had
Yeah,
a really good.
it's always one of them where you look at the games and some teams they really sort of hit some form, and then you can see visually where some teams lose confidence, and that's when you want to latch on and oppose them.
Yeah, that's true. Big man had a really good week last one. Also his double, also his banker went in. You went with Tottenham, strong against Liverpool. Big man, if I remember correct, and you hit that double with Watford +2. It was a little bit voided that one, but the other match came as a winner. So in we are, I think that we are around plus 19 units of profit altogether after 9 rounds of fixtures in the Premier League. So let's start strong. Let's start with the derby of the round, Manchester United versus Tottenham. As I said, we are powered by 888 Sports, so you can look in the description below our video and check their site. Also, you have the best odds on the market for the Premier League. Manchester United versus Tottenham. Manchester United are priced at 2.3, Tottenham at 3.35, and the draw at 3.25, all with 888 Sports. Manchester United should bounce back after that heavy defeat from last weekend, but it will be really hard for them because Tottenham are performing right now at their best level, and with Harry Kane in such a wonderful shape, it will be a really tough match, and I think that it will be a tense match. I hope that Mourinho will not park the bus in front of Tottenham, but I think that he should push for the 3 points in this one. Flash, give us your thoughts on this match.
I'm with Man United all the way here. This is the type of game that it's like a Champions League game. There's no way that they're not going to start. There's no way they're not going to be right from the very first whistle. And you look at the two defenses, so you expect it to be tight. The one thing I can't see Tottenham doing is overcommitting. So that means that you have to look at the midfield battle. And I think that Matic will probably run this game, and no goals for Lukaku in the last two games. I expect him to get on the score sheet. I think they're too mobile. I can't believe that their odds against Man United. So at 2.3, definitely want to be with Man United.
Yeah, it's not a bad price at all for Man United, but I think that it will be closer than expected because we are talking about the Spurs, and they are coming here to pull off the upset and to win points. At least 1 point to return home with 1 point. It will be an excellent thing for Tottenham. Maybe do you have something else, big man, on this one?
Um, yeah, this is going to be a great match. I actually have really come around on Spurs. I mean, defensively, they're fantastic. I know United is as well, but for me, I think they're the second best team in this group. I think they're slightly better than United. I think United's really just kind of gotten back to that old crap where they're just parking the bus. All of a sudden, Lukaku, hasn't been a factor really in. Spurs have been great on the road. They've won six. They're 6-0-1 in their last 7 games overall, but they've been good on the road as we've seen, and they've also improved at home significantly. I'm just not really with right now United. They're not a great, they're not creative right now. I guess I could kind of say. I just like what I'm seeing from Spurs right now. I'm going to go Spurs draw no bet in this match. I think they prove this weekend they're the second best team in the Premier League. Harry Kane is unconscionable right now. I love what they're doing. Harry Kane is a star, a total superstar. Draw no bet at 2.2 for Spurs for me.
Would you change your mind though,
So
big
you're
man, if Harry Kane's not fit?
Of course I would. If he's not fit, I would. I got to tell you honestly, even if he is or isn't fit, I like the under in this match as well. Under 2.5 at 1.75. I think it'll be a cagey match. You know, very defensive, maybe a goal nick here. I think either way, it's a 1-0 game, honestly. That is actually something I'm going to recommend as well. The under here. Yeah, if Kane doesn't play, then I wouldn't be as interested in Spurs, but we can't wonder. I don't know if he is or not, but under is a very good play here as well, I think.
Yeah, we don't know yet if Harry Kane will play or not. Till I think that one day before the match, we will know for sure. Maybe at least some minutes. If he is not totally fit, for sure, if they need him, he will enter in the second half and deliver some great performance.
Hey, hey,
Uh,
Alex,
yes.
I'll say this, and this is a disclaimer, and I'm going to put this out ahead of time so it's out there. If Harry Kane does not play in this match, I'm not betting it. If he plays, I'm in. Draw no bet. If he doesn't, I'm out. So I guess I could have
Okay.
some. I put the put the disclaimer out there.
Yeah, well, this is the other one that goes with this disclaimer, because if you fancy Manchester United now with Harry Kane potentially playing at 2.3, they go odds on if Harry Kane does
Okay.
not play. So get on
Sure.
them
Get up
now
and in now.
prior to the team news Friday or Saturday, because you're not going to
Great
get bigger
point.
than 2.3 whatever happens.
A big shout out to all our friends that are watching us live on YouTube. Stuart from Tipster HQ, Dalo 4, Dario Moreale, also Armin Bulagic. Stuart is saying that Manchester United have big injury issues and haven't performed well without Pogba. So no Pogba, no party. What do you say, Flash?
I just think that I've got to go with the home team. I know that Mourinho will make sure that he gets it right. I mean, he can play Mkhitaryan in there. I think he might play Herrera as well. And then obviously you bring in the likes of Rashford and Martial to run alongside Lukaku. I've got to go with Man United just because they're at home and Tottenham won't be able to force the game. And then obviously you bring in the chances that Harry Kane may not play. So if Harry Kane, if it's not 100% Harry Kane, then you're getting 2.3 for Man United. So I've got to go with Man United at 2.3.
Hopefully we will see Rashford and Martial helping their Lukaku, because if Rashford will not help Lukaku and he will not enter from the start of the game, Manchester United again will have big problems in attacking Tottenham in that one. For me, it's clear both teams to score at an odd of 1.83. I think that this is the best approach of the game, even without Kane. The Spurs have the necessary attacking firepower to find the back of the net home at Manchester on their field. So I think that it's a 1-1 situation, maybe 2-1 for Manchester United, but I'm going with 1-1, and I also agree with Big Man under 2.5 goals in this one. Going further, Arsenal versus Swansea, another interesting game for the Gunners there. I think that this is a must win for them. And against Swansea, they have the first chance, of course. Arsenal are priced at 1.22, draw at 6.75, and Swansea at a big 12.5, all the odds with 888 Sports. I think that is a clear win, but it's really tough to find the best odds. Big man, do you have some really good odds for this one?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to find some different ones, but I got to tell you, Alex, I was impressed with what I saw when you had Mesut Ozil, Lacazette, and Alexis in the same team. I mean, just amazing, really. I want to say one thing to all Arsenal fans: Theo Walcott shouldn't see the pitch again this year. He is dreadful. He is awful. He's terrible. He should not see the pitch again. He's brutal. But other than that, I mean, the youngsters played well yesterday. But with that group in there, I don't know how much we'll see it. I don't know what Arsene Wenger was waiting on. But again, I thought they looked really impressive. They thrashed Everton in the second half, and I see no reason they don't do it again here to Swansea City. Arsenal's been very good at the Emirates for the most part. And look, you're back to home here against a poor side. I'm actually going to go with low odds here. I don't love doing this, but don't really see a situation where it doesn't come in. I'm going to go Arsenal in the under 4.5 at 1.62. It's not great odds, but it seems like a kind of a moral to me. I don't I could see 4-0, maybe 3-0. I think they crush Swansea City in this match. I think they really try to get a clean sheet here as well. It's not something they do much, but I am concerned with their goalkeeping. Czech wasn't particularly good in that match. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna scrap that. I'm gonna go win the nil here at 1.95. I really think they come out here with a clean sheet. I think Czech will want to be better than he was in that game. I think their defense will be better. They gave up 2 easy goals in that game. Look for them to win, and I think they do it to nil. I don't like Swansea whatsoever. Give me Arsenal win the nil at 1.95.
I hope that you said the last week about Mesut Ozil that he's crap and he's everything, and he played amazing. I hope that you will not say about Theo Walcott the same thing, and he will start to play
Now,
amazing from this week.
Mesut Ozil, Mesut Ozil, he played like crap because he missed a moral goal. He should have nicked that one surely. But no, listen, when they're together, they're deadly. Am I a fan of his on his own? No, but Flash, I think, can agree. Theo Walcott is awful. You can agree with that, right, Flash?
I've got to say that this is one of my biggest bugbears of this season. I cannot believe that Theo Walcott's agent has not recommended that he doesn't sign a new contract with Arsenal and he goes and plays football week in, week out for another team. It's just picking up your wages, because everything that Theo Walcott stands for is pace, going on the outside and delivering and threatening in behind. The amount of times that he turns back and gives the ball to the fullback and does not affect the game is scary, frustrating, and he's not doing himself any justice. He should have gone to another club, especially in a World Cup year, and he now has no chance of being in England's World Cup squad. If he'd been at another team, star man, getting his confidence going, getting his fitness and sharpness up, he had every chance to go to Russia. Now, none. Arsenal to win to nil, I agree.
So that's your official tip for this match also, Arsenal to win to nil?
Yes.
Okay, great odds on their 1.95. Dalo 4 says the Arsenal plays Lacazette, Ozil, and Sanchez together, and hopefully they are on a great shape. It will be minus 2.5 on the Asian handicap. Dario Morales is minus 1.5 on the Asian handicap. So everybody's going strong with Arsenal in this one. Mitchell is also agreeing with you guys. Also, always clean sheet potential versus the Swans there. I'm going with Arsenal halftime, full time at an odd of 1.73. I think that Arsenal will push from the beginning and will get an early goal there, and maybe they will get more in the second half. But halftime, full time looks amazing. If you guys
The one thing.
look, sure.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Sorry. Go on.
No, I was just saying the Dale Force hitting the nail on the head. The only thing Theo Walcott cares about is when he goes home at night, lays down in his bed, opens the phone app, takes a look at the bank balance, and says, "Well, I guess it could always be worse, right?"
Yeah, maybe.
The big thing is, though, gents,
yeah.
I don't think it gets to the stage that they don't have to look at the bank balance. They know.
Do you think that they know how much they have in their account? I think that they have agents
No, but when
to
you
take
get
care
to
of
the
their money.
amount that when you get to the amount and the comfortable situation they're in, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. We have also a spammer inside. Hope the guys from Sportsbook Review will do something about the spammer from the live chat. If you guys like what we are doing, always subscribe, and you will have every time the video in your notification. Please like our video, and we have more every Wednesday for the Premier League Punters. Going further, Crystal Palace versus West Ham United. Crystal Palace 2.35, draw 3.3, West Ham 3.2, all the odds with 888 Sports. It's a really tough match to predict from my point of view. Both teams are not doing decent, not decent. They are really poor. Let's go there. So I don't know what to expect from them. From my point of view, really bad defenses from both sides. They have quality in their attack, so we might see both teams to score at an odd of 1.87. At least this is what I'm going for. Maybe Flash, do you agree with me? You have something else?
No, I mean, I want to go with Crystal Palace to win, but I think the bigger guarantee in this game is if you look at it like it's a boxing match and the last man standing will walk out of the ring. So I think you've got to go with both teams to score and over 2.5 goals because it's just going to be a slugfest. It's going to be like a cup tie from the first minute of the game because the one who's a shrinking violet, they're going to come away with nothing. West Ham, they can't be worse than they were last week against Brighton. They were pitiful. I tipped them up against Brighton, and I knew my fate 10 minutes into the game when it was 0-0. I knew that we were in trouble. Can't rely on them. But against Palace, you get the bully boy tactics that they feel as if they've got a chance. They've got a chance, they'll score. Palace, I think, will score. So I've got to go with both teams to score and over 2.5. And I'm quite confident with that as it goes.
So we are on the same page there. Mitchell says that he hopes that no one has a play for this game to stay far away from this game. But no, we are here to make some profit and to deliver our best picks. Hopefully, not also Big Man will not stay away from this match. Big Man?
I said it last week and I'll say it again. They have no creativity in the midfield. They're low in the league in chances, one of the lowest in the group. They're just not good. They're shit. They have plenty of high-level players, but nobody to get the ball to them. I mean, it's the same song and dance with West Ham United. I can't believe after that thrashing against Brighton that Bilic wasn't fired. I don't get it. I don't know what you're waiting for. But and then you look at Crystal Palace though, and you say to yourself, well, okay, they beat Chelsea. Everybody's thinking, okay, you beat Chelsea, now your season starts. Then you go out and you get beat by Newcastle, 1-0. And I know it doesn't mean much, but you get crushed by Bristol City. Bristol City, a championship team. I know it didn't mean much again, I guess for them, but I don't know why it doesn't. You're not winning anything in the league. I don't know why you're not going all out for the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. I mean, I don't get it. These two teams are both really lacking in really anything. However, I agree with Flash. I think they'll both nick a goal, surely. I did when Zaha was in there see something with him. They both have high level players. I mean, Chicharito or Zaha or whoever, Arnautovic, Mikel Antonio. I'm going to go both teams to score in this game. I think they both nick a goal. Could I see a basketball match? Sure. Both of them just throw cautious to the win and just score goals. I'll go both teams to score at 1.75. I think both these grab a goal here.
1.87. So all three of us are going with both teams to score there. It's a really the odds are really good for this outcome. The guys from the live chat doesn't seem to agree with us there because they say to stay away, but we are not staying away. I think that Crystal Palace and West Ham, two really poor defenses, and exactly like Big Man said, really decent in their attack. Might find the back of the net in this one, but be careful on the stake. Don't put too much because you can never trust Crystal Palace or West Ham. And I'm sure that Bilic, if he will not take a positive result from this one, he will be the next manager to be sacked from the Premier League. So the fourth. Going further, this is one of the matches that I'm passing. Liverpool versus Huddersfield. Liverpool 1.23, draw 6.75. Huddersfield at a major 12 right now. All the odds with 888 Sports. I don't feel really comfortable with Liverpool right now. They should win this one, but I'm not going with them in this specific match. Huddersfield are a team not to play against, and when you do, they will win or they will take a positive result from that. So I'm staying away from this match. I don't know exactly where the value stays. Maybe Big Man will help us giving the best value that he found till now.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, Anfield, Liverpool are great matches. They're always great at home, but I mean, I don't want to lay 1.2. I don't really want to lay a goal line either because Liverpool's defense is laughable. I mean, it really is. Dejan Lovren has zero business at this level. Zero. He is a dreadful footballer. I mean, I didn't think he could get worse than Theo Walcott. Uh, Dejan Lovren was awful, and he's been awful. I'm not sure why he's still in there, but Liverpool at home should be able to really do what they want to do. Huddersfield is a team that just when you think you count them out, they go and beat Man United. Amazing what David Wagner's been able to do there with, other than Moy and Mounier, limited talent. Let's be real here. They're a tough team to gauge. I mean, let's be honest, guys. I mean, if the big concern, if they didn't beat United last week, I would have really considered taking them here in this game, Huddersfield, to win this match. If anyone's going to lose to a team like this, it would be Liverpool. They're a bad defensive side. I don't really understand how you can lay goals with them. However, Mohamed Salah is playing fantastic. He's really been great since that Egypt World Cup qualifier where they qualified for the World Cup. I'm going to take a small punt here. It's not going to be an official play. I don't have anything for this, but don't be surprised to see Mohamed Salah score at 1.9. He's been playing really well, but maybe Flash has something here. I don't really see much value in really anything here.
Sorry, till Flash will say 2.2 for both teams to score. Stewards from Tister HQ and also Lamia. Dejan Lovren blocked his comments on Twitter. I think that is the first thing he blocked all season long. Flash, what do you have for us?
I've got to go with Liverpool. I've got to go with Liverpool for quite a few different reasons, and I quite like Liverpool to win to 0. I think they'll be solid. I think that Huddersfield will not have seen attacking talent like this. This is their first real major test away from home, going against Coutinho, Salah, Firmino. They'll be dangerous at set pieces. I'm going to go with Liverpool. My official play in this game will be Liverpool -2. I think that they'll win to 0 as well, and I think they'll be over 2.5 goals. So that brings in my 3-0. I think that Liverpool will really bounce back in this game just because of the matchup. I don't see that the Huddersfield defenders are going to be able to cope with the red arrows of Liverpool. So for me, it's Liverpool -2.
I can agree with you that they have huge firepower, and Huddersfield is the first time when they meet such talented players in the attack. But not to concede a goal, Liverpool, which is the worst defense that I've ever seen.
Because what happens is when you have a team like this that go up, the first thing is let's not get embarrassed, okay? So they'll have many people behind the ball. But that will suit Liverpool because they'll play their little triangles. They'll play their little give and goes. And then the only way you're going to beat Liverpool is if you've got massive pace on the counter-attack. They haven't got that, okay? They haven't got the strength. They haven't got the power runners. Chan and Henderson, they will gobble these up, okay? So I think that Lovren and whoever plays alongside with Matip, they're going to be redundant for the majority of the game. So I can see Liverpool winning this very comfortably to 0, and I will go with -2.
Flash, I will say this, and I've noticed this. Flash, you definitely don't like Huddersfield. You've definitely made that clear. I will say you have been piloted on the boys a little too much. They haven't impressed you this year with what they've done.
Yeah, they did early on. And obviously they were unknown quantity. Last week, I put their win down to one, Man United not starting the game, and once you don't start, it's hard to get your foot up. If you remember my comments last week, were I'm going for Man United -1 because they will need to be at it. They will need to be at it from the first minute. They wasn't, and then there were 2 individual errors that gave Huddersfield the goals. There was no craft from Huddersfield. They basically broke on them because Mata lost the ball on the halfway line. And it was a keeper save, and they got a rebound. And the next one was if I coached, and if my under 10s had let the ball go over my head and bounce and let the lad go through 1-on-1, I would have kicked his backside from Sunday back to Sunday. It's a disgrace. And then Mourinho comes on and says, no, it's a team mistake because no one started. No, It's an under 10 mistake.
I
Doesn't
will say
happen.
this:
So
you do have something there. Huddersfield's goals were pretty cheap, really. I mean, I don't know if it was anything they really did. I mean, it's just cheap.
they didn't do
You're right.
anything. No, you don't have to say didn't really. They didn't do anything. They didn't create any golden opportunities at home
Right.
against a team of Man United who didn't even get out of first gear. Now they're expecting to go to Anfield with Liverpool on the back of that drubbing last week. Remember, 3 days before that drubbing at Wembley against Tottenham, Liverpool went and scored 7 on the road in Europe.
Yeah,
I want to
against
be with
Maribor.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what, Flash? I totally agree that only 2-3 mistakes on that match from Manchester United. But I think that after all, it's the squad that we are talking with problems because they didn't had any opportunities to score in that match. And they scored 1 goal, creating 2-3 big opportunities, not more than that. And they could go and trash Huddersfield in that one. So if you want to stay in the first place, you go and trash such a team like Huddersfield, but not to concede 2 goals and not to create also opportunities of scoring with such a squad and such great transfers and everything. Manchester United have a really good squad, but against Huddersfield, come on. So the entire squad is to blame for this match.
Oh yeah, I know, but it was. And I agree, the entire squad was to blame. But then you have to go down and break it down and say, how did Huddersfield score their 2 goals? And both the
Yeah,
goals came from Manchester United individual errors.
yes, totally agree
Simple.
there. But this is
So
why Mourinho said that is all the squad is to blame for because they didn't do something to. Okay, you concede 2 from individual mistakes, but you have to score 4 them. You have to trash them.
let me tell you about Mourinho, right? He will say whatever you want to hear or whatever you're supposed to hear. Do you think that Lindelof will play at Old Trafford on Sunday
No.
against
Uh,
Tottenham?
no.
No.
I rest my case.
Okay, I understand your point also there. Also, I want to salute Giorgio. He was um, he was with us on the Best Bet show last week. Also, Mitch coming from Chelsea, London. Mitch, we are talking about Chelsea in 2 matches from now on. We are continuing our Premier League Punters show with previewing Watford versus Stoke City. Watford 2.05, draw 3.5. Stoke 3.75, all the odds with 88 Sports. And I really don't understand why Watford are priced so high at 2.05 because I'm all over Watford. Home win in this one, 2.05. Also, I found the better odds a few hours ago. I found 2.05 is the best odds on the market right now with 88 Sports. Flash, do you agree with that?
I do. I really like Watford, and I thought that I had this old saying that sometimes when you lose, you actually win. And the Watford performance the other day was exactly that. I thought Watford were absolutely different class, and they lost 4-2, which was it was just down to a couple of like little bits and bobs of not crushing Chelsea when they had the chance because they should have been 4-1 and out of sight.
Yes.
But the way that they took the game to Chelsea, the way they went 1-0 down, the spirit is off the charts. I backed Watford to beat Arsenal 2 weeks ago at 5.
Yes.
Well, I didn't think Watford turned up, and I thought that we got lucky. If the Watford that played against Chelsea had played against Arsenal, I would have been cashing my money at half time because Watford would have won by 4 or 5. I'm all over Watford. Watford's going to be my nap of the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely great stuff from Watford all season long. Unlucky to not to win that match against Chelsea last weekend, but I think that they will go strong this time and win their match against Stoke at home. 2.05 seems incredible set of odds for a home win. Hope Big Man agrees with us there.
Yeah, I actually wanted to say one thing here. I don't, sometimes we're not called out on some of the bad plays that we make, but I got to tell you, the worst play I think I've made this year, I actually came on these airwaves and thought that I actually believe Watford would get relegated this year. I didn't like this team. I didn't see anything to really look at and say, wow, I think they're good enough to hang. I thought they'd be in the relegation zone for most of the year, but I got to tell you, what a year for this group. I was way wrong, dead wrong. I'm actually going to go with the goals market here, guys. I'm going to go over 2.5 at 1.95. I see two teams. Stoke's actually the worst defensive side in the Premier League. They've given up 20 goals on the year. I think they have the ability to score with Shaqiri and others. And we know Watford, they give up goals as well. They've given up 17. Troy Deeney and Cleverly and all those guys, they've been really a team that scored many goals. They've had a couple of these football or basketball matches this year, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2. I think this is a pretty high scoring match. I think we're getting a pretty decent number here with this one. I'm going to go over 2.5. I would lean with Watford as well, but for me, the play over 2.5 at 1.95.
They are performing better on the road than in front of their supporters, but I think that against Stoke they can do their magic. But over 2.5 seems also an incredible bet. Also 1.95, 2.95. What you said, Big Ben?
1.95 over 2.5.
1.95. Great set of odds for 3 goals. I think that definitely Watford can score on their own 3 goals if you think about it. So no, I'm not worrying
Yeah, I mean,
for the over
we get two of the
2.5 in that
worst.
one.
We get two of the worst defensive sides in all of the Premier League. I mean, Stoke has given up the most goals. Watford's right there as well. So I think we see a back and forth match here: 2-1, 2-2, 3-2. Should be high scoring.
Yeah, totally agree there. Yeah, going further, another interesting match: West Brom versus Manchester City. Manchester City will go to trash West Brom this time. I don't think that their performance in the Carabao Cup will say to us anything about their next match. I think that Premier League and Champions League are another animal when it comes to Manchester City. Carabao Cup, okay, they won at penalties, but I don't think that that says a lot for this match. Manchester City 1.24, draw 6.5. West Brom 11.5, and West Brom are playing home. Beautiful set of odds for accumulator bet on Manchester City -1, but I'm going even stronger than that. -1.5 at an odd of 1.83, the best odds on the market. I think that it will be a 3-4-0 for Manchester City there. I don't know exactly the correct score, but I think that Manchester City will go for the points and they will go for to push from the beginning. West Brom, poor side this season. I'm expecting Manchester City to make it clear from the first half also. So if you have something interesting for halftime, full time, take it from now. Flash, up to you.
No, I've got to leave this game alone, and I've got to leave it because Man City away from home, there's no value. The thing is with Man City, you've got everything to lose and nothing to gain. And then you bring in the Tony Pulis effect, who's probably the tactical number one tactical manager in the league. What he'll do is he'll get everyone behind the ball. Did you see him last week against Southampton? They were an utter disgrace. They didn't even come there and try and have a go. So, and they nearly got away with a point against a really dodgy Southampton side. I can see Man City winning, but I just know that sooner or later someone's going to trip up Man City, and I've just seen it before. People struggle when they go to the Hawthorns. You get West Brom with their backs; they're decent. So for me, I'm leaving the game well alone.
I think that the creativity on a Manchester City squad right now can create big problems, even to a team that will stay in two lines and defend with all their powers, not to concede a goal. I think that the first goal, if we will see a first goal fast in the game in 20 minutes, 25 minutes, after that we will see a disaster. I think that we will see 6-0 game set and match like in tennis. I think that Manchester like that they are right now. Big man, what do you have for us in this one?
Yeah, it's a tough one here. But I think I found something here. I'm gonna rock with it. I like what Flash is saying. I hear him. But you know, They tried it against Arsenal. It didn't work really. For the most part, I think City's. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think they're the best team in the world overall right now. I'm an okay with laying the 2 goals here. I just think they're on another level than everyone else. We could try to pick out weekly where we think they're going to slip up, but I'm not really looking to jump in front of them here. I considered Manchester City in the under 3.5. I could see this 2 or 3-0, but I'm going to just go safe here and lay the goal and a half at 1 point. What did you say, Alex? 1.8
One
EF? Is that what you said?
1.83.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go
1.83.
with that. I just think they're a team I just don't want to step in front of. And I got to be real with the Pulis comment. You're totally right. That's what they do. But they've been kind of in a identity crisis. I've seen some games where they're all over, running forward, and it's just they're a weird team. And then last week against Southampton, I mean, they're the worst. West Brom's fallen into the conversation where I just have nothing good to ever really say about them. I'm gonna go City here. I think they roll here, 2-0, 3-0, another easy win. I'm not stepping in front of them.
I just think we
Yeah,
might be sitting in a situation of where we had Chelsea away at Crystal Palace a few weeks ago. I mean, obviously, no one went for Crystal Palace, but I just got a funny feeling about this game, and even a draw will kill us. So for me, I've just got to pass, and I've just got to get people to be a little bit careful on underestimating Tony Pulis at home.
But the amazing thing
yeah,
about
Flash, but
this West, go ahead.
I wanted to say to him that he said about Tony Pulis and like Pat O'Farrell says, Pulis takes the parking of the bus to the next level. Yes, but like you said, against Southampton it didn't work. Against Southampton it didn't work. What about when it comes to Manchester City? Come on.
Plus, I mean, we have to
Yeah, but
remember.
he's at home, isn't he?
Right, but Flash, here's what I want to say. First of all, Man City's scored 32 goals. That's 10 goals more than anyone else in this group. Also, I mean, for as genius as he is defensively, when was the last time this team kept a clean sheet? Really? I mean, let's be real. I mean, he's so regarded as this high level coach. He never gives goals up. I mean, when do they keep clean sheets? They did it one time in the last
No, yeah, I
since
understand
August
all that. No, I understand all
since
that.
August.
No, and your argument holds water. But when was the last time that West Brom got absolutely thumped?
I mean,
Uh,
they lost 2-0 to
they did.
Arsenal. They didn't. And Arsenal, the
Yeah,
Brighton beat them 3-1. I mean, Flash. I mean,
away,
they haven't
away.
kept.
They're both away.
Yeah, but they
I mean,
didn't play Manchester City till now.
right.
No, I understand that,
Exactly.
and listen, don't think I'm not dogging Man City. I told everyone before the season started, and I lumped every single bet that I had prior to the season that Man City win the league. Man City are head and shoulders above. But the one team that teams do come unstuck against away from home is West Brom. God knows how it happens, but it happens on too regular occurrence. So all I'm saying is just beware.
I
Yeah. I mean,
understand, but
God.
go on, big man.
No, I was just gonna really just finish up the conversation. Go ahead.
Yes, I think that it will be a mistake from Tony Pulis to park the bus against Manchester City. I think that the creativity from the citizen right now will make the difference in this one. And I'm saying if we will see a fast goal in the match in 20-25 minutes, I think that we can see also 4 or 5. Because after
Right.
that,
What
West
happens
Brom
if they
are
score? Right. That's a great point. What
uh,
happens when they score?
they will be forced to go to attack and to score a goal to take a point. Why to defend when you are 1-0 down? You know.
Right.
Listen, we've all made our points. Let's not labour it. It will be Saturday soon. I'm cheering on to be wrong if you boys are putting your money down, because I ain't putting no money down. So whatever comes out of your mouths is what I will be cheering on.
Thank you, Flash.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. We're going further, and Mitch, we're arriving at your uh, beloved team, Chelsea, playing on the road at Bournemouth. Bournemouth versus Chelsea. Chelsea 1.62, draw 4.2, Bournemouth 5.4. It should 1.62 decent odds for Chelsea there, but I don't know what to say. Me, I'm going strong on Chelsea in this one. I think that they will win the match, and I'm going with -1 on the Asian handicap at 2.07. I don't know. I have a really good.
I'm gonna stay away from this one.
So they are on your blacklist, Barba, for another period of time.
You could say that Bournemouth's been a tough team for me to gauge. I'm hoping they have some decent attacking players, but it seems like every time I bet on them, they don't score. Maybe Flash is something for us.
Yeah, Flash.
Yeah, I was going to stay away from the winners market because, as you know, I had Chelsea. I say Chelsea on a naughty step, but after what happened, I actually West Ham on Friday, I actually did Chelsea -1 against Watford and got very, very lucky because Watford should have absolutely crushed them. I can see both teams scoring and over 2.5 goals. I think that's the safest way of playing this game. I don't see any win to nil. I can't pick the winner. Yes, I could. My lean would be for Chelsea, but I definitely see both teams to score, and I definitely see over 2.5. So I will play it. I will play both teams to score and over 2.5.
Yeah, true. West Brom have not conceded more than 2 at home for over 1 year. Dale of Four says there. Lamia says Chelsea over team goals, over 1.5 goals at 1.6. I think that 1.6 are low odds for 2 goals from Chelsea. I think that you can go for Chelsea to win at 1.62 and stick it in an accumulator bet. But I really like the Alex Classic also in this one, but I'm going for Chelsea -1 at 2.07 there. Big man is staying away because he has Bournemouth on his naughty corner, like Flash has Southampton on his naughty corner. So next we are talking about Brighton versus Southampton. Southampton 2.35, draw 3.15, Brighton 3.35. All the odds with 888 Sports. And I will start with Flash because maybe he has something for this match, even though Southampton are in his blacklist.
Can't go near the game. Cannot go near it. This is probably the closest local derby. A little bit of a grudge match because a lot of Southampton fans didn't even want to see Brighton back into the Premiership, in the Premier League. Every single variable is possible on Sunday. They could be over 2.5. They can both score. It could be 0-0. It could be a 1-0 either way. I can't go near the game. It's just a straight pass. And the less I think about it, the better. And I'll tell you what will happen. 10 minutes before kickoff, I'll end up betting Southampton.
Yeah. I have a feeling about Southampton. 2.4 to win at Brighton. I have a really good feeling about this one. I think that they can do it 2 in a row there. Sorry, Mitch. No, who asked if we talked about Manchester United? Yes, we started with Manchester United being the first match, but you can always go back and see all the matches that we did till now. Plus, from this original video, our colleagues from SBR will cut each and every video apart, and they will put it on our sister site YouTube channel, Bookmakers Review. Big man, Southampton to win or not?
I think if you look at defensively, both these teams are surely top 10, top 8. They're very good defenses. I'm actually going to go with a pretty exotic bet here. Not exotic, but I don't do these much, but I like this option here. I'm going to go draw an under 2.5 combined. I think if at most this is a 1-1 match, I could see 0-0 here, to be honest with you. I'll go draw under 2.5. I can get that at 3.6 at Boyle Sports. I'm going to go with that. I just think with these two teams, I mean, I can't decide who I want to take, so I'll take a draw, and I can't see more than 3 goals. Can't see more than 2.5 goals, so I'll go with that. Defensively, they are great, both these sides. And I mean, Southampton, the only reason they're 10th in the league right now is because they just defend. That's what they do. Flash knows that. I'm going to go 0-0. I think this is 0-0, to be really honest, but at worst 1-1.
Another thing that the bookies are offering us, I wanted to mention it from a long time ago, but you can do the Alex combination on the opposite side. So both teams to score no and the under 2.5 goals. So that is a nice combination also, and you can take that combo. I think that even bigger than 3.6 right now. But yeah, under 2.5 and
But you're better off.
a draw in that match.
You're better off. Alex, sorry to interrupt you, Alex, but you're better off doing 1-1 then, aren't you? You're better off just doing the 1-1 draw because that's the only thing that can come in for you. Both teams to score and under 2.5.
Or 0-0.
Oh yeah, okay. So the draw and under, yeah.
That's what I'm banking. I'm
draw and under.
banking on 0-0. Really, it's an
Draw
exotic.
and
I mean, I
under.
wouldn't. I want to say this. Yeah, draw and under. If you're not in profit, it's probably not a smart thing to do. But I'm taking a shot here with something that I think really could happen. I think this is 0-0. Really.
It's a live game here on Sunday, so and it is a local derby. It is a South Coast derby. It will be a great atmosphere. I will be watching it, and I will get sucked in on Sunday when I see them teams and they're raw. I mean, it is one of them. I will get sucked in, but it's not one I can actually sit here and say I'm going to 100% do that. Even though I know that come Sunday, some of my money will be going on Southampton.
I'm going to make a case to Southampton ownership that they honor Flash at this game before maybe retire his jersey. Flash, I think you should go to this game. I think it would be great.
I was gonna go, but I was gonna go, but we're getting ready for the Poppy Appeal, and my daughter is singing a festival remembrance. So, yeah.
Okay, great to hear some great odds from this match. So I'm going with Southampton at 2.4. Big Man is going with a draw and under 2.5 at 3.6. And of course, Flash, naughty corner Southampton, not this time, maybe next time. Depends the mood that he is on. Let's continue with, so we had Brighton versus, we are going Leicester versus Everton. I think that this match is one of the most interesting matches of the round, with the two managers being sacked, Ronald Koeman and Craig Shakespeare. Both teams are looking for a new manager, and I think that the list seems to be the same for both teams. So I think that who is offering more right now will take their manager, you know. But yeah,
Leicester have just announced. Sorry, I can break this now to you. Leicester have just announced that their new manager is Claude Puel. So you know who Claude Puel was managing last year? Southampton.
I don't remember.
Southampton.
Yeah.
So poor old Jamie Vardy, poor old Iheanacho, poor old Slimani. I can't believe their luck. I mean, they've got one of the best attacking forces. Well, because he had such a good record again for Nice when he was there. Now, listen, he did get Southampton finish 8th last year, and they got beat in the cup final. But he got sacked at Southampton because they didn't go forward. They didn't score in 5 of the last 6 home games. I mean, and you got Leicester, who they just need a forward-thinking manager. I don't know how this is going to go. Before Claude Puel got announced about an hour ago, Leicester was one of my main bets of the weekend because Everton are a complete shambles. They are all over the shop. I don't know now. I really don't know. If I just go with, is he going to have enough input to damage it? The feel factor of the Walker Stadium or the King Power Stadium on Sunday, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to go with Leicester. Leicester to win.
Yeah, Leicester should win this match, but exactly as you said, with the new manager, they should really bounce back and win another match. We saw that sacking their manager was good. They bounced back and won their last round. I'm going with both teams to score at 1.8. I think that Everton can find the back of the net in front of Puel there. Big Man, what do you go for this one?
Yeah, I think Paul Doyle, the one of the journalists over there, hit it on the head. I think Puel was a victim of Southampton's admirably unreasonable expectations. Great defensive mind. I think in this, I think you're asking why they picked him. Well, because Leicester need to improve defensively. I'm sure they mentioned, look, let's not screw with what we're doing here offensively. We have a great attacking group here. Let's fix the defense. Let's kind of get going. I actually am going to go and say to Flash, they were one of my favorite plays this week before this news as well. But I actually think he's going to add a little bit of motivation here. I think you get a pretty good coach here, a guy that did well at Southampton. I mean, overall, I mean, you mentioned his prowess defensively. Did they score goals? No, but did they have the attacking firepower that Leicester has? No. Do I think they're going to go up and get top 10? No, probably not. But in this game, I think they're going to be motivated. I think they're going to be at home, and I see an Everton team that is in complete shambles, who still have a manager that doesn't. I don't know why he's still there. It doesn't make any sense to me. Give me give me Leicester City here. I really like this play 2.1, and I actually like it a little bit more even.
Okay, so Big Man and Flash are going for the same bet. Leicester to win the match. I'm going for both teams to score at 1.8. Mitch Smith is saying that Leicester need Andre Silva in to pull the strings. Leicester have no delivery to the guys up in front. Without Kante breaking up the play like 15-16, we have no turnaround on the pitch to counter. So it seems that Leicester is confronted with some squad issues right now, but they should be able to win against a really dead team, Everton, right now. Dead team.
They're actually
I'm not joking. They are
and
on
they're
the
actually playing
relegation
pretty
area
well.
right now.
Right. And they're actually playing pretty well, I think. I mean, last couple games they played well. Even last night against Leeds United, that was a nice win for them. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's not ideal, but I still like the potential that they have. And like you said, Alex, I mean, what a shambles. I mean, and Delafour is totally right. I mean, Baines, Williams, Jagielka, I mean, they're all old. They have no striker. I mean, they just they're a shit team, really.
Rooney,
Yeah, Rooney's what, 45 years old? I mean, it's amazing.
I don't know, 68, I don't know, 72. I don't know, I cannot count anymore.
What are these guys' ages in
Anyway.
dog year?
Going further, Burnley versus Newcastle. Newcastle 2.65, Burnley 2.9, draw 3.15. All the odds with 888 Sports. This is the second and the last match that I'm passing this round. But we talked about the beginning of the show, and both Big Man and Flash have something about this match. Let's start with you, Big Man. What do you have for this one?
I don't have anything for this. Naughty corner Burnley. They've always been in there. They're actually in the naughty padded room, and they're in jail, and they're not getting out. They're actually in naughty solitary confinement for the foreseeable future out in Colorado, in the most secure prison in America. That's where Burnley is for me, and they're not getting out. Their life in that corner. So for me, I'm going to pass. I do like Newcastle, but I like them more at home. And again, I don't like Burnley in any sort of fashion. So for the last match, I'm going to pass. Maybe flashes something for us.
Maybe under 2.5, like Lamia says, but let's hear Flash because he surely has something for this match.
Yeah, and I'm going to have I'm going to have two bets in this, and I'm definitely doing the under 2.5, and I'm also going to do Burnley. I think that the direct approach from Burnley with Wood and Vokes and the boys in wide positions, live on the telly. I've never really seen Burnley not turn up when it's been live in front of the nation, especially at home on a Monday night. I've got to go with the home side. But I will go with under 2.5 as well. So that just brings in, as you boys have said, 1-1 and 0-0. I may even have a small bet of Burnley and under. But my official play will be under 2.5.
Under 2.5, yeah, looks reasonable. What odds did you found for under 2.5?
25.
25 to 1.
Listen, I think it was about 1.7, 1.73, something like that.
Let me clear you up with there. So under 2.5
with Flash's bookie,
1.7.
With Flash's bookie, that's probably what the odds are.
25 to 1. Anyway, yeah, so we arrived at the end of the show. We previewed all our 10 matches. You can look in the description below. We are sponsored by 888 Sports. You can find the odds there, and maybe they have really good odds also in other leagues, but for sure in Premier League they do. Big Man and Flash, this is the time of the show that we are telling to our viewers our nap, our banker of the weekend, and our double of the weekend. Last week, we are starting with you, Big Man, because last week both came in on the Premier League Punters. So you are the lucky number one this time.
Sounds good. I'm going to go banker. I'm going to go Stoke City Watford over 2.5. Really like that match. Two-team parlay. I'm going to go with Leicester City to win, and I'm going to go with under 2.5 Brighton Southampton. Should see a nice little payout there. Excited for week 10 in the Premier League.
Really like that banker. I don't know what to say about the double, but the banker sounds really good there. Flash, banker and double, please.
I'm going for Watford, my banker. I cannot believe that they're over 2. So definitely Watford. And my double is Crystal Palace and West Ham, both teams to score and over 2.5, and Manchester United.
Oh, that's a great double. Great odds there for your double. So you want to come back to plus because you're minus right now, right?
Am I minus? Am I? It's a bit hard.
Well, just a little bit, 0 point something. No, not to worry about. But you always, yeah. I think that this week you will go back to plus and big plus because you have some interesting tips there. My banker is City minus 1.5 on the Asian handicap at 1.83. My double, Chelsea to win and United versus Tottenham over 2 goals on the Asian handicap there. I think that at least 2 goals we will see in this match. Over 2.5 looks really good at 2.05 on with Manchester United Tottenham, but over 2 also 1.55, 1.6 depending on the bookie that you are betting online. By the way, if you wanna check the best bookies on the internet, we have a list. This is why we are called Sportsbook Review, because we are previewing and we are reviewing all the bookies on the internet. We are giving you the best ones, so go check our site. Also subscribe because you will receive notifications when our show will be live, and also like what we are doing because we are delivering the best picks for free every week from the Premier League. Big Man and Flash, thank you guys for joining me today. It was a great, another great round of fixtures in Premier League. Hope that we will be really lucky in this one, and best of luck to everyone. Thank you for joining us and for watching us.
Thank you.
No problem at all.